Well, good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Everything RV with Dave. The last couple of videos I've done, I was up in by Cumberland, Maryland, and I was up at Rocky Gap State Park, and I showed you a couple other little things up in that area. But I've moved, and I'm now down in West Virginia at Jennings Randolph Lake and Robert W. Craig Corps of Engineers. It's a really nice campground. It's got 68 electric sites, and they are 30 and 50 amp. No water hookups, but there is water throughout the park. The kicker for this particular park is that if you do not have the America's Pass, it's $22. If you have the America's Pass, it's 11 bucks. And I'll show you my site. I'm in number 5, and the paved part is just about as wide as the RV, but nice and deep. I mean, I've got room in front of my truck. Here's some of the other ones. I'm not going to show you all the sites. Here's number 27. That's really deep. Here's a site right above us. And a lot of these sites have nice shades. But 11 bucks a night, this is number 4. I kind of like number 4, right underneath a pin oak tree. I've been to a lot of the Corps of Engineers in West Virginia. One thing I really don't like that much about the Corps of Engineers in West Virginia is that they're usually isolated in an area where there's no internet. And I like to have my internet. So I investigated this place and I set up my T-Mobile. And I have a T-Mobile tower they just plug in, to the wall socket. And I was getting 58 megabytes per second. So if you want to come to Jennings Randolph Lake and Robert W. Craig Corps of Engineers, it's just below Kaiser, West Virginia. That's probably 40 minutes southwest of Cumberland, Maryland. If you were coming east, if you were heading west from the east, if you're on 68 heading east, then you would drop down before you got to Cumberland, Maryland. It's very quiet here. I'm going to try to go over to the lake a little bit later, and I'll show you the Randolph Lake. It's about 1.5 miles from the actual campground. Most of these campgrounds for the Corps of Engineers are right on the lake, but for some unknown reason, they made this one about 1.5 miles away. You are definitely up on top of the mountains. It was interesting getting here, but it's really beautiful. Here's the bathhouse. This side is the women's, and the other side is the men's. It's a nice newer building. I'll go inside and see what it looks like on the inside. For a Corps of Engineers, this really isn't bad. This is the men's side. There it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4 showers. And over in this room, there's a couple toilets and a couple of urinals. Really not bad for a Corps of Engineers. They also have a very nice camp store.
If we have any left, I don't know. It's this little bag.
And they sell wood.
It won't be the big bags of chips.
It's a nice camp store. The lady's a little busy, so I'll let her go. And I'm not going to walk down there, but there's a calabash pond, which isn't too far down there. Just before you get to the restrooms, there's a nice playground area. Has some nice benches. And some real old-fashioned high swings. And then down there is a sandbox. That's pretty neat for the kids. Yeah, just down from the bathroom on this loop is the trail entrance, and it's called the High Timber Trail. And it goes for about 2.5 miles. If you go down the trail, there's an intersection down there. If you go left, it circles back up to the other loop. But if you go right, it's a little bit longer trail, and it eventually comes back up by the guardhouse. This is a site that we had, but we wanted it for an extra day. We couldn't get it. So we actually got number 5. So as you can see, I do have my kayak with me this time. And I drove over to the lake. It's about 1.5 miles to the boat ramp. And it's a little bit separate from, the main part of the lake. But this looks like it's pretty nice. I think I'll be able to launch my kayak with no problems here. The lake looks nice. If you can see the mountains around, this is a high mountain lake. And a nice boat dock. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think I can launch my kayak here and paddle around a little bit tomorrow. Let's go over and look at the main part of the lake. This is called Shaw's Beach, and it has a very nice vantage point with a nice swing to overlook the lake. And you can see the lake has fingers. It took me about 2 miles to drive by the road to get back over here, where Shaw's Beach is. You can see the elevation change. Have a nice restroom over here. There's a playground for the kids. And down here is the swimming area with the beach. Let's take a walk over here. They have a life jacket station for kids. Nice beach. Nice sandy beach. Playground area. Benches. Now that road up there, which goes down to the overlook, it was closed off. I wanted to go over and take a look at the overlook, but I just, they had the road blocked off. Don't know why. I had to stop at this overlook. This is an overlook on the way into the campground. And you can see some of the information on them building the dam. You can pause it at different, if you want to read all the information. But here's what I stopped for. This is Wild Wonderful West Virginia. I am probably only a half a mile from my campsite. I mean, you can just see valley, mountains. Really, really beautiful. So I hope you liked my little video on Robert W. Craig Campground and Jennings Randolph Lake in West Virginia. This is in the western part of West Virginia. It's bordering Maryland. You know, we are in about 10 or 15 minutes, I can be in Maryland, back in West Virginia. Actually, on the other side of Jennings Randolph Lake is Maryland. So if you do enjoy my videos, reach down there and give me a like and give me a thumbs up, and you know, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I hope you enjoy what I do for you. This is an absolute thumbs up campground. You can't beat it with a stick for $22 regular, $11 if you've got the senior pass. And I will see you on my next video.